Hey there, welcome back to another video. So glad you're here. This is long overdue. This was probably at least 2 weeks ago that I received this package in the mail. I did another ink swap with actually one kind soul who is following my channel, and she messaged me in one of my videos that she wanted to do an ink swap and that she had all of these. I had mentioned my interest in Birmingham Pen Company inks, and she had mentioned that she has so many of them, which when she sent me her catalog, it was so much. I was so impressed. But she also sent me these other goodies. So we'll get to the ink swatching. We agreed on 10 and she ended up sending me 14 inks. So that was a big surprise. She also sent me this, and I haven't opened, I've been using the fountain pen case because, I mean, it's just so beautiful. She sent me some washi tape. This is stunning. Let me just open it up now that we're on camera, and I wanted to wait, like I haven't even used any of these stickers yet because I wanted to wait to show all of the things that she sent me. Can't seem to get it open here. There we go. Couldn't get my short fingernails under the plastic. Oh shoot. Kind of wanted to save that sticker. Oh shoot, I keep ripping it. This is so pretty. I think we'll put some on the bottom of my page. She sent me so many stickers, and some of them have Bible verses. I keep forgetting my phone's plugged in so the camera is on this side and not on this side, which it normally is. So I keep trying to come over here to show you. I mean, look at these. I wonder if you're watching, Nikki, if the the lady that I did an ink swap with, her name is Nikki. She has a channel here on YouTube. She does I think it's cross stitching. I hope that's right. I watched a few of her videos. She updates on like what she's been working on. And it's so fascinating. But I'll link her channel. But I'm wondering where she got all these, because these are, look at these. They're just so cute. But I've waited to use them because I wanted to share everything she sent me. I love these little teardrop. I have them in black. No, maybe gold. I don't know. But they're just so nice to just pop on. You couldn't see that. I pop them on the bottom so that I use them to turn to the page that I want. But they're just so nice, and they're not bulky. And I don't know if she knew this, but I don't know how she could, because I don't think I've shared it. But I love mushrooms. I love to eat them. I love the way that they look. And these are sticker sheets that I have purchased from Serica Studio and that I've used in some of my journals. But I specifically got the mushroom one because I just love, I mean, look at how cute that one is. I don't know what any of these are called, by the way. But, oh, I love mushrooms. And these are so cute. Look at these ones. Oh, I can't wait to use them. And on top of all of that, plus 4 extra inks. And mind you, she filled the sample jars. I mean, this is like 5+ milliliters. Yes, it's more than 5 milliliters of every single ink she sent me. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So she sent me 70 to 75 milliliters of ink, probably closer to 75 milliliters of ink. That's, I have a video coming out. Whoops. Actually, I don't know I just filmed it, but I don't know which I'm going to post first. But I purchased this diamine rosewood, and that's 75 milliliters of ink. She sent me 75 milliliters of ink. That is crazy. So kind. And I told her this when I opened the package. I sent her an email letting her know that I wanted to video it, but I just didn't have the bandwidth to do it when I opened. But this fountain pen case, she made this, you guys. She made this by hand. And I love green and browns and earthy things and nature, and like, just look at that. The I told her, I said the fabric, these little leaf pattern, the fabric that she chose just suits me so well. And it's just so beautifully made. Like, there's no little, you know, pieces of thread sticking out. There's no exposed edges. Like, this is professional, you guys. And I have used it multiple times since I opened the package. And let me just show you what's in here. An Esterbrook Esty fits in here. This is a Pilot, or not, a Platinum 3776. And then this is my most recent acquisition. Look at this. This is a Memento Zero Grande 2.0. That's like the big daddy of Leonardo pens, I believe. And that fits in there, like, so beautifully. And I've noticed with some of my pens, I have to lift up the clip, but watch this. Watch this. Boop. Oh, how stunning. This one is one I have to lift up. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or not, but, and then let me put some TWSBIs in there to just show you. This is the TWSBI Eco. Look at that. It's not a defect of her craftsmanship that I have to lift the things up, because I have to lift these clips up no matter what, whether I'm putting it in here in these or whether I'm putting it in this. So it's nothing to do with her case. But look at that. And the TWSBIs end right there. The Memento Zero Grande ends right here too. Like, there's plenty of room down here if you have even longer than this pens. And all you have to do is just pull this under, and it secures the flap, and these are all secure, and there's fabric in between, like there's slots in here so that your pens aren't touching each other. I mean, just stunning. Just stunning. I am hoping that she will make some of these and sell them, like make an Etsy shop and sell them. I didn't ask her if she's planning to do that or if this was just a generous thing she did for me, but oh my goodness, if she does make them, I will be buying another one. Anyway, I'm gonna put my pens back in my big case until I have to travel again, which is why I pulled that out in the first place last week. Okay, now I want to say we'll get to the good stuff, but I mean, this has all been good stuff. I did knock over a couple of my samples when I pulled over my big case, but I'm going to get everything out of the way that I don't want to get dirty here. Okay. I think we should put some washi tape on my page. Oh, you know what we could do? This is her note. I'm going to just show it super quick, but her penmanship and the little bears, look at that, the panda. Look at her penmanship, just stunning. I didn't ask her if I could show the whole message, and it was so sweet and so kind. I think what I'm going to do is just tape a little bit down right here. That way that stays closed. Oh, there's little birdies on it. I didn't even notice that before. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, let's get to the inks. They are all Birmingham Pen Company. So I'm just going to let you know now that I'm not gonna write the brand for every single one. And I talked about this in my video that I just filmed, but I don't know which one's going up first. I am going to be swatching with a plastic spoon. I will tell you, I really need to go upstairs into the kitchen and get a new plastic spoon because this is the state of my current plastic spoon. You know what? It still works, and that's what we're doing. I did purchase, this is a Dominant Industry muddler on one end and glass dip pen on the other. I will be writing with the glass dip pen, but I tried the muddler on the other in the other video I just made, and I just couldn't get the swatches to look very pretty. So we're gonna just go back to the classic spoon. And the allergies are kicking my butt already, so I apologize, but we're just gonna roll with it. Okay, we're gonna go, usually I try to like color group these when I do ink swatching videos, but we're gonna go alphabetical because that's how I have them in my storage. We're gonna start with arugula. And we're just gonna go right down the list. I think that might have been too much ink, but only time will tell. Actually, I'm just gonna put that right there. And I also notice when other people swatch with a spoon, they go a lot slower, and I wonder if that's because, see all these little speckles around here? I think I go too quickly and create too many speckles, but that's okay. I already off the bat know that this is not gonna look perfect, and I'm not expecting it to look perfect. So we just do the best we can. Love that green color. It's like a swampy green. Next is burley wood. I will tell you, she sent me her, oops, we'll just do this first. Nikki sent me photos of swatches of all of her Birmingham Pen Company inks. So she let me pick which ones I wanted. So I selected kitty hair on my, there we go, on my, oh, and I forgot burley wood. It's burley wood, and I think I think it's phytoplankton. They've got like this lime green color in the ink, and it turns your water like fluorescent almost. She let me pick, so she sent me a big email with like 10 photos of all of the ink, all of the Birmingham Pen Company inks that she has bottles of. And so she let me pick, so I selected 10. I will tell you, there are 4 in here that she added on extra because she gave me 4 extra. I will, let me set them out because, yeah, I think these are the 4. Okay, I set those like offset in my lineup. Like I have 14 little ink vials lined up here, and I have these like offset, so I'll be able to tell you which ones she picked for me and which ones I picked. Cold Snap is one of the ones that she picked for me, and it's so pretty. the 4 colors that she did select for me, like, she hit the nail on the head with, number 1, colors that I'm trying to branch out into, and number 2, colors that are like tried and true that I know I will like. This is one of those that, like, and I put coming up here in 2 ink samples is going to be Heron, and that was me trying to branch out into more like bluey tones. This is just so pretty, and I can't wait to put it in a pen. Cold snap. I just, like, right now I want to put Birmingham Pen Company in all my pens, especially after doing this. I'm definitely gonna want to. Okay, next is another one that Nikki picked out for me, corn earworm, which is so funny. My dad is a farmer, and I would love to know if this is actually the color of a corn earworm, because I know he could tell me. I keep forgetting to ask him. But this is one that she picked out for me. Oh, look at that. I'm even getting it on my desk. It's because I'm moving too quickly and I'm splattering. Let me... little scrap towel. This is one of the ones that she picked out for me. And I mean, just again, right up my alley. I haven't quite figured out how to hold this dip pen because it is so compact. Look at that in the writing too. I mean, it's so pretty. Just like a musky brown. All right, this is one that I picked out, and this was definitely, I don't want to say outside of my comfort zone, because, like, I don't know if I have, well, I feel like I definitely have, like, comfort colors, or like the browns and the greens. But this is definitely not a color that I'm normally drawn to, but for some reason when I was looking through her catalog and of swatches, I was like, whoa, I really want that one. It's just so deep and, like, how else can I describe this to say what I mean? Vibrant, pigmented. I think that makes sense and covers what I want to try to say. But look at it in the writing. I mean, it's so pretty. Look at that. So vibrant. Which usually I'm more, you know, I more so go for like muted or just kind of not so vibrant colors. But I think this was like the perfect way for me to branch out of that muted comfort zone. Next is iron ore, and I actually have this in a pen. That's why it looks like there is not a lot in here, is because I put it in a pen. Because before I took ink out to ink my pen, there was at least 5 milliliters in here. I'm still shocked. Like, now I didn't do the math to figure out how many milliliters she actually sent me total, because I mean, I saw the ink samples and I saw how full they all were, but I didn't like add it all up, considering she had sent me 14 samples with more than, they are all either at 5 milliliters or over 5 milliliters. And so, you know, 5 times 14, that's 70. And don't think I can do that math that quickly. I did 2 sample vials as 10 milliliters, and then I did 10, 20, 30, 40 and counted down the row. And sometimes, you know, that's just the way you have to do it to get the answer that you need. You know, sometimes we do take the long route in life, and I think that's okay. I definitely took the long route in life, that's for sure. Had to figure things out on my own. Next is Jasper Vein, which is kind of like a pinky mauvey purple. This is one I picked out, and I was really excited to see this one in person, and also pleased with my selection, because as much as I like don't wear color, and especially like bright colors or like pinks and blues, and you know, I don't wear a lot of color in my day-to-day, but with my fountain pen well, my fountain pen collection is pretty neutral, and you know, kind of that, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's like a lot of browns, cream, you know, tortoise, calico, whatever. But with inks, I have really been venturing a lot more than when I first started down this hobby. I mean, I was looking for like the perfect gray, and so I got a lot of gray ink bottles because I hadn't discovered samples yet. And so a lot of my you know, first like 5 to 10 bottles of ink, it's a lot of like gray and green and just like muted colors still. But sorry, next one is oil rag. But you know, now down the line, like, look at all this color on my page. Like, who are you that you're just that you're getting into all this color? But I am enjoying myself, I do have to say. I'm enjoying myself with this hobby, with, you know, just finding more ways to stay analog in a world full of technology and computers. But also, now that I've started posting on YouTube, you know, just the connections that I have been fortunate enough to make, you know, just through people watching my videos and commenting. And somebody commented on one of my videos and said, "I love the vibe of your channel." And I just was like taken aback by that. I was like, oh, that is just so sweet. And you know, to know that I'm just sitting here being me and playing with inks, like, and fountain pens. Next is phytoplankton. It's just such a it just like reaffirms that, you know, I didn't have this crazy desire to, you know, start posting and start sharing content for no reason. You know, that like it's bringing some people joy to spend an hour with me, or 40 minutes, or however long my videos are, or however long you have time to watch the video, you know, even if you can't watch it all the way through, just to know that like you clicked on it and you thought, hey, I might like to hang out with this chick. Like, ton. I am really liking this little glass dip pen. I think it was in the video I filmed prior to me filming this ink swap. I have this is a J.R. Bond glass dip pen, but something happened and I think the nib got chipped or something. Maybe you can see it better against my Band-Aid. I don't know. And I don't even, like, when I look at it real close, I can't even tell where it's chipped, but I have to hold it at a certain spot and also a certain angle to get it to not scratch. So a little disappointing, but it was pretty inexpensive compared to some of the other glass dip pens that I was seeing offered. Pitted nickel is next. This is one that I think this is one she picked out for me. Let me open up, because now I'm curious to see. Let me open my emails and see, because I feel like I have that wrong about which ones she picked. I'm pretty sure the first two, though, Cold Snap and Corn Earworm. I'm pretty sure. Here we go. Here's the email. Oh my gosh, and she sent me back an email and showed me she's transcribing the Bible by hand, and I want to get started doing that with my fountain pens. And she sent me back a video showing her, like, a page of her transcription, and she was using one of the inks I sent her, and her writing, and it's so compact and neat and tidy, and oh, it's beautiful. Okay, let's see here. Okay, arugula, heron, phytoplankton, jasper vein, burley wood, iron ore, oil rag, weathered penny, water bear, pitted nickel. Okay, yeah, so this is one that she picked out for me. Oh, no, wait. Pitted nickel. I picked this one out. Oh, okay. The next one. The next one. Let me close my computer just in case I get a little messy. I picked this one out, and again, like, not my norm. If you've watched any of my other videos, you will see I kind of have a type when it comes to ink, and this is not usually it. But my page in my ink journal, which that's going to be the next video that we work on together, or that's going to be the next thing that we do together, is go through all of the ways that I'm cataloging my inks and fountain pens, because one, because I want to share, but two, because I want to know how you guys catalog your inks and fountain pens. And I feel like I'm doing too much. And because I think I just get so excited to start something new, but then once I realize it's not really sustainable, then I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do all that. But in my ink catalog, I have them separated by brand, but then I also have them separated by color. And my blue page, I mean, I have like 7 or 8 pages of greens, 7 or 8 pages of browns, and I have 1 page of blue. So this was kind of my attempt to venture out a little bit, spice up my ink selection. This is prickly pear, and I think I have this one in a pen too. This is one that she picked for me. Wow, that was a lot of ink. Whoops. If this is your first time watching a video of mine, welcome. It's a little rough and ready around here, but we have fun, I think. I have fun. I hope you guys have fun watching, laughing with me. Prickly pear. So pretty. I do like how thin, when you hold it at a certain angle, how thin, whoops, we're almost out of frame. How thin the line width is for this. glass dip pen. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna pause and blow my nose. I think that'll help my nasally voice. Okay, we're back. Hopefully I can get through the last 3 without sniffling too much. Next is shower scum. So the water turns like a fluorescent green from some of these, and I forgot this one does that too, which you can probably guess by the color around the edge of the sample vial. Okay, I feel like I sound even worse now. Oh, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to take advantage of the fact that I don't have any doggy clients today. My real job, my full-time job is I'm a doggy walker, pet sitter, and very rarely do I have a day where I don't have at least one client, but most of the time, if a day like that rolls around, it's on the weekend and not during the week. This is a Wednesday for me, so I'm really trying to take advantage of the fact that I don't have to watch the clock and that I don't have to keep an eye on the time to make sure that I'm not running late to a doggy. But of course, the day that I don't have any doggy clients, I sound like, I don't even know what I sound like. I don't want to even try to guess, but it sounds pretty rough to me anyway. Water Bear is next. And I think this is one I picked out too. I think it's Shower Scum, Prickly Pear, Cold Snap, and Corn Earworm are the ones that Nikki picked out for me. Which, bravo, Nikki. I love them. And I just feel so, like, it just makes me feel so wonderful that someone took so much time to, like, number one, even just ask if I wanted to swap. And number two, to take time to make me a handmade gift, to pick out all those stickers for me, and to pick out, you know, even more inks that she thought I might like. I mean, just such a kind soul. That one is a little bit lighter than I was expecting, but I do think that will show up well in like a fine or a medium. And then the last one is Weathered Penny, which I think I also maybe have this one in a pen too. I've been really into these like deep, luxurious, like rich looking, like reds and purpley reds, maroons lately, so that is kind of what I've been going for. And I think like I have iron ore, I think I have prickly pear in a pen, and I must have Weathered Penny in a pen because this one has some ink missing out of it, and all of the ones she sent me were completely full. And I even told her, I said to Krista David too, because I didn't want to, I was nervous that I was going to pick an ink that they had not a lot left of. And so, you know, I told Krista David when I did the swap with her, and I also told Nikki, I said, if you don't have enough left of the inks that I've chosen, please just disregard that one or pick another one to swap out, because I don't want to take the last of any of your inks. And she must have had enough because I got all the ones I asked for. All right. Yeah, this is kind of doing the same thing as I just filmed a video. We did some ink swatching of some inks I picked up from Goldspot. I don't know if that'll be out before this video or after. I haven't decided what I'm going to post first, but it kind of looks, I don't know how to describe this. It's like the paper just soaks it right up. And I will say, this has been happening on every page of this Hobonichi notebook. Grace from Wildly Imaginable, I think Wildly Imaginable on YouTube, she uses Midori paper, and I think she's using a new kind of paper for her ink journal this year. I do recall watching some videos of her discussing some of her options, and she did some swatching to figure out which one she was going to use. And maybe it's Canopus that she's using this year, but the last 2 years for her ink journals, she's used Midori. And I will say, I bought myself a Midori. I can't remember how long ago it was, but as you can see, I haven't opened it yet. But I wanted to do some ink swatching in there too, because I wanted to see the difference because right now everything that I'm using is Tomoe River paper. I have done a little bit on plotter paper, but most of my paper in all the planners and journals that I use currently is Tomoe River paper, which it handles the writing fine. I'm going to try to show you the back of this. Like, you can't see any really bleed through, just a little shadowing where the writing is at, but where the swatches are, where there's a lot of ink laid down. Like, let's try to see. Yeah, look at that. Where it's still wet. It's like you can see right through it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this ink swap went. Nikki did tell me that one of my inks leaked, but she couldn't figure out which one it was. She said they were all full. So I think I'm going to have to amend my packaging routine. Like, I'm going to have to figure out how to better package samples when I send them out. If you could tell me in the comments, when you do an ink swap or when you send inks to someone, how do you package them? Do you like wrap them in saran wrap individually? Because I was thinking about doing that, but then the ink samples I sent to Krista David didn't leak, so I don't know. Anyway, I don't think I have the patience to wait to come back when these are dry. I'm gonna wait. We'll come back. Okay, I held out. I let them dry. I used my fan, but they got dry. And I feel like I sound even more nasally now. But I'm just loving the variety of colors I have here. And I have heard shower scum. It looks more green on camera, but it looks more yellow on the, like, in person. Either way, looks like a really cool color. I have heard that Birmingham Pen Company inks do not perform well on last year's Tomoe River paper, which I feel like the writing looks okay. You can see a lot of ghosting in the camera, but and this is another video. I don't know if I'm gonna post that one first or not, but look at these. Some of these are Diamine. J.R. Bond. I just showed. But yeah, this is Diamine. J.R. Bond. And they're coming through that strong. But anyway, that's okay, because you know what, for this notebook, I've learned that it's just best to skip a page, to leave this blank. And next year I'll pick another notebook. Maybe I'll try that Midori that I got and see how that performs. But either way, I don't really care. But yeah, this is my ink swap with Nikki. So grateful that she was so generous, and that she even wanted to swap with me, because I feel like a lot of my bottles inks are bottles that are pretty common, whereas like I hear that Birmingham Pen Company inks, as soon as they go in stock, they go out, they sell out, and they do limited batches. I don't know, but for some of the inks, you know, like these are so common, they go out. I feel like this, I had a really hard time finding this in stock, but you know, those are such common colors, and the colors that I feel like I gravitate towards, or the brands that I gravitate towards, are just so easily accessible, at least in the United States. And so, you know, I always feel like, well, I don't have much to offer in an ink swap, because a lot of my inks are so common or so easy to find, but people still want to swap with me, and they, you know, said yes. And so anyway, that was just my long-winded way of saying thank you to Nikki for swapping with me. I'm so grateful that you were willing to send me, you know, so many of your Birmingham Pen Company inks, and they're beautiful, and I will treasure every single one of them. And also, where did the case go? Where did my pen case go? I just want to show you one more time. I just want to show you, I don't want to accidentally set it on that if it's still wet. Look at that. Look at how pretty that is. You've got 5 pen slots. And you know what else I did? Let me just show you, because now I'm invested. All right. Oh, even this one fits. This is a Sailor Fude de Manan Fude nib. This even fits in here. It sticks up a little bit, but it still fits. Look at that. Let me show you what I discovered while I was overnight with the doggy. Let me just show you what else I figured out that I can do with this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, did you see that? My Pilot E90S. Oh, and you want to see something else? I can put a TWSBI in here. I can fit a TWSBI in there. And I can fit another TWSBI in there. I would say I would want some of my more budget-friendly pens on this side, because the clips could potentially touch. But if you do this, like my clip on this one is over here, and my clip on this one is over here, and I have the pen right here, just kind of snug in between these. It's not touching anything, it's touching fabric. Look at that. Look at that. 8 pens in here. Let me just... Nine pens in here. There are 9 pens in here, okay? This would probably be a little tight, but look at... Yeah, this is only tight though, because let me take this out of here. We'll put this in here instead. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yes. I've got 9 pens, snug, secure, in their little cozy, what's that called when you go camping, and sleeping bag. I forgot the word sleeping bag. It's like a little sleeping bag for my pens, and I know that these are protected. Look at that. Thank you, Nikki. Okay, this video is, oh my gosh, this little section is 44 minutes long, and I think I had some I think I had a clip that I'm gonna have to attach at the front, so I think it's close to an hour. But you know what? Nikki's ink swap deserves an hour because it was just that good. Thank you. All right. Hopefully you want to come back and join the chaos. If you did enjoy this video, it would mean so much to me to know what you enjoyed about it. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you want to see more of. And if you can, like the video. That would be awesome. All right, thanks. Bye-bye.